Today I fucked up by asking someone if they had drugs, as a joke. Disclaimer, I thought it was one of my close friends. I had no idea where else to put this story, and I've been having so many anxiety attacks over the past 12 hours. Also bear with me, I'm fairly new to Reddit. So me and my friends were messing around by putting our phone numbers on the board. We're in middle school, and I misread my friend's number and I said, "Hi, this number said to text you. Do you have drugs?" And then immediately put, "For legal purposes this is a joke." I know it was super stupid, and they responded saying they reported this to the police and the police would contact me shortly. This was super stupid of me, and I have no idea what to do from here on out. I'm pretty sure they blocked me. So it was mostly my fault. But my friend does have pretty bad handwriting. I already know there's gonna be people in the comments making fun of me for it, so go ahead, I'm too tired to care. TL, doctor, texted a random number, unbeknownst to me at the time, and they said they would contact the police. Edit, it's been almost 24 hours since I posted this and it was super late and I wasn't thinking too clearly. I just want to thank everyone who took time to tell me that they wouldn't care. I don't know why I really thought they would. Also thanks for everyone who was so kind in the comments, it means a lot. The police don't care. Honestly, even if they did, you commenting this made me feel a lot better, thank you. You're okay. The police can't do anything. That makes me feel a lot better knowing that strangers on Reddit will comfort me. You good, lil homie. Just be careful out there. Right? 2 hearts, but yeah, don't do hard drugs, they'll trap us, take it from me, lol. In recovery, yay. Relax kid, the cops probably won't look into it, and even if they do, explaining it's a bad joke will get you out of trouble. I'm guessing you don't do drugs, so the worst thing that would happen is your parents give you a drug test. It's okay, this isn't a big deal and you didn't break any laws. They didn't tell the police, and if they did, absolutely nothing would happen. Today I fucked up by staying awake for haunting hour and hearing the guitar be strummed with no one playing it. So last night at exactly the start of haunting hour, 3 AM, I hear the guitar strum itself multiple times. My boyfriend is dead asleep, and I assume it's just the guitar leaning on the bed and the blanket brushed it. So I move the guitar and lay it on the floor away from the blanket. Then I hear it strum again. I never believed in ghosts, but I'm genuinely terrified at this point. I turn on my phone light and look at the guitar on the floor, then I hear it strum without the strings moving. I'm like, okay, let me go under the blanket and pretend to be asleep. I've been scrolling on Reddit too long and I'm hallucinating. I'm about to start praying, then the strings start sounding like they're being plucked and it's not open notes. This ghost is jamming. So I nervously shake my boyfriend awake and tell him I'm really scared. The guitar is playing itself. I have no idea if my boyfriend is actually awake or not, and I think I really fucked up because I let the ghost know that I was audibly conscious. I can't tell if my boyfriend is sleep talking or awake, but he's groaning and whispers it's the snake. I'm like, what? He's the funniest sleep talker, but it wasn't funny this time because I was shook. He's like, it's the snake, and starts laughing at me. His Colombian boa constrictor escaped the tank. Snakey was wrapped around the other guitar across the room and kept strumming it as he slithered into the dark abyss. No ghosts, thankfully. I had completely forgot that there was another acoustic guitar in the room until that moment. His snake really likes guitar and bops heavy to my boyfriend's sick jams, so I guess Snakey just really wanted to shred at 3 AM last night. BTW, this isn't the first time Snakey's cage break has scared the piss out of me, but this was definitely the most psychological scare. Too long didn't read, I stayed awake until the scary time of night, assumed a ghost was playing guitar, and forgot THT my boyfriend's snake can escape the tank whenever he wants and is capable of strumming of a guitar and holding down frets. Look, I just hope that fucking Boa didn't start playing Wonderwall, or I swear to God. Anyway, harass Wonderwall. Oh, it's just a killer snake who is tame but never domesticated wandering the room. That's okay then. I'd take my chances with the ghost. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, snake playing guitar is scarier than if it were a ghost. I demand snake on guitar tax! Exclamation mark. I demand snake on guitar tax! Exclamation mark. It was dark, I was scared and tired lol, but I'll upload a video of him bopping. It's no comparison to live music, but he still commences the wiggling. Of course he waited until haunting hour to play the guitar. Today I fucked up by waiting for my partner to finish work. So, after seeing this post I thought it might be worth sharing something that I experienced a few years ago. My partner had been through a stressful week at work. Staff sickness had left everyone thinly stretched and physically drained. This information relevant a little later. She was due to collect me from work, as she finished an hour before me. However, I had finished work early as an end-of-week treat for my team closing down a 2-year project. I decided that it might be nice for me to walk down and wait for her. She isn't allowed her phone on her person at work, so I figured it might be a nice little surprise. On the way, I popped into a shop and grabbed her bag of her favorite sour sweets and a bag of chocolate buttons to help ease the weekend in. My partner has always had a sweet tooth, so I thought she could enjoy one or other on the drive home and then the other would see her through the weekend. I arrived 15 minutes before she was due to finish and thought I would just chill and listen to some music. Her boss had mentioned in the past that if I was waiting in bad weather I was welcome to wait inside, but it was a nice day and I felt that the offer was a nicety that wasn't expected to be carried through. No problem, I always carry earphones on me and was happy to enjoy the downing sun and listen to music. 15 minutes or so would give me time to play a few games of Bloons TD on my phone and listen to a couple of songs from a Metallica album that had been released that day. After 10 minutes, one of my partner's co-workers had come out and said, "Hi, how you doing? She's going to be a late, I'm afraid. Not enough people on site for her to leave on time." We chatted for a couple of minutes before she rushed off to grab her train. This was fine. It occasionally happened, and as my partner isn't allowed her phone, I don't usually find out until the last minute. Whatever, I thought to myself. I was already there and may as well just stick around. At some point, I caught a glimpse of my partner through the window and proudly waved the sweets at her. She mouthed thank you and pulled a face to show how tired she was. I just gave her a thumbs up and left her to it. 15 minutes or so after she was due to finish, she had still not appeared, so I had taken to just pacing up and down a few meters to occupy the time and get a cheeky few steps clocked onto my daily amount. Occasionally, I saw my partner again, and waved the sweets in a bid to coerce her out sooner. Sometime later, around half an hour after she was due to finish, a couple of police officers walked around the corner and the following conversation happened. Police: "Evening sir, would you mind stepping around the corner to have a chat?" Me: "Sure thing, what's wrong?" Police: "Just step around the corner and we'll have a little chat in the squad car." Now, it's probably worth mentioning that my partner is a preschool nursery worker and her place of work is a children's nursery. Police: "Do you mind telling us why you're patrolling the nursery and showing sweets to the children?" Me: "I'm sorry, what?" Police: "We've been informed that you've been here for some time and have been waving those sweets at the children." Me: "I'm sorry, you have the wrong idea. My partner works here and I am just waiting for her to finish." There was a few more back and forth before one of the officers decided to go in and check my story. He came back not too long later, although it felt like eternity, and said that he had verified who I am, and thankfully, all of the staff knew that the long-haired gentleman listening to music with sweets outside was with me and verified it on the CCTV footage. My partner was due in a moment and they would let me go off with her and follow up with the person who reported me. Due to short staff, my partner was unable to leave the premises until the child-to-worker ratios were correct, and as a room leader, she took the decision to be the one to be late and let others catch trains or buses, as she had thought she had an extra hour until I would be finished at work. An individual who lived opposite the nursery had seen me pacing around and waving sweets and had called the police. The kind lady did in fact come out and speak with me a few weeks on when I was waiting again, and I let her know that I honestly didn't blame her and could see her point of view. I explained that as I knew all of the staff and was waiting away from the main entrance, I had not even thought of it from an outsider's point of view, and apologized to her for the scare. From then on I started carrying a spare car key and waiting in the car. My partner came out redder than I have ever seen her, and my friends got meme material for months. Too long didn't read. I waited outside a nursery with sweets for almost an hour, during which time I was walking back and forth and waving them into a window and got mistaken for some kind of predator. It all turned out well and safety for the children was the main concern. Great story. I had absolutely no grudge on the person that called the police. I just couldn't believe I'd been so naive on what it might look like. Came expecting a sad story based on title, left pleasantly surprised. Thankfully this is a no sadness memory smile. You're on a list now. Expect some awkward interviews when anything untoward befalls a kid near that place. That is awful. But like, people are vigilant, as they should be. That's so crazy. What a great story, thank you. I'd say the system worked. Odd-looking situation near a preschool was reported by a concerned citizen. Check. Police followed up with respectful and thorough investigation. Check. All was found in order and everyone was allowed to go about their business. Check and check.